Morning.
His name is John Cena.
John Winner. Oh.
Okay.
No, but it rhymes with Cena.
Oh, but John Cena is not in Ghana. When did he become a musician?
But it rhymes with John Cena. Actually, in this world,
that's John Winner.
Is possible.
John Winner. I remember him from many years ago, maybe like 5, 6 years ago.
He's a gospel musician.
He had quite a popular song out there. He was competing with the likes of Chrissy
Ting.
Yeah.
Never really heard of
I'm a winner or something. There's an old song that he had.
I like his jersey. It's nice.
You like his jersey? Oh, the white one.
It's a tracksuit.
The tracksuit.
Yeah, it's okay.
You mean?
I like it.
Morning, John Winner, a.k.a. John Cena. Johnny Hughes has just given you a new Christian name.
May God have mercy on me.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. Anyway.
How you guys?
Today's my son's birthday. I'm happy.
Oh, happy birthday.
And it's Captain Smart's birthday
nice.
as well.
Captain Smart
when
has a birthday.
When I was coming in, I told them that we'll probably I didn't say it, but I just said, we'll see what we'll do. But I think we should just pop in and surprise him on set or something.
That would be nice.
Captain Smart's birthday.
Yeah.
He celebrates his birthday with my son, Ivan Beresford Park. We see Obrimpong Hughes.
Yeah.
Ivan Beresford Park. We see Obrimpong.
And the first time...
Spectacles breaker.
Yeah.
Dismantler of my spectacles.
Interesting how he broke it right before his birthday. He's giving you a gift, hasn't he? More money to pay for something.
I'm not sure.
No.
And later on in the day, he was sipping on his juice.
Yeah.
But now I dress it.
Yeah, now I say.
Yeah.
That's if you're in course.
That's what you get for bringing another human being into the world.
No.
You need to take all the nonsense they come with.
That boy has dealt with me in the last week. I have taken judicial notice
of it.
Yeah.
So are you sending anything to court or something?
No, his grandmother has to come for him.
No, but he said they came for him and they brought him back after a week.
Yes, that's the whole
everything
point.
In the house.
Oh, so they brought him back.
Yeah.
But you know it's typical of them at this stage, though. He will calm down.
So my son met Bella before.
I don't think sometimes it doesn't even get any better.
Yeah.
No. Some of them don't get any better.
Listen.
When I mean better,
what I mean is
they become even more mischievous as they keep growing.
No, but it's in stages.
I guess that's what I'm saying. That there are some
where he would calm down and then he will start again.
There are some who just get worse by the day.
My son met Bella. Very calm.
Yeah, he wasn't even moved.
That day we were shocked.
He didn't move.
When we went home, what he did.
Yeah, but it's because our bunting.
Who
find girls, so he needs
that is not familiar.
Yeah, he needs to behave.
When we
He's
went,
not familiar. He dealt with you people.
Anyway,
happy birthday, Obrimpong.
Yes, happy birthday.
So he's what, 2?
Captain Smart.
3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Captain Smart as well.
God's
brain.
The first time I heard his name is God's brain, I said, well, it's a Nyankopon brain.
Captain.
Can you imagine?
And he's called Smart as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
God's it's a double
brain.
dose
How can you be smart and have God's brain too? That's
at
like
the same time.
too much.
But he is knowledgeable. I went to school with a certain wisdom. Oh, he was always down there.
Oh, but the wisdom that I know was a very intelligent one. So this wisdom was named wrongly.
I had a wisdom in my class.
I think you got the wrong name.
I told you his surname the other time, and then you said he's called Agbo.
Wisdom Agbo.
And still.
Agbo is.
And even the drama is big.
So it's supposed to be big wisdom.
Ever Agbo. What does it mean?
Okay, Agbo. In Ewe.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
I asked Cyril the other time. You will not get it. Cyril.
Kamla Kluche, if you're watching, please tell me. Let me know. Because I know Kamla is watching.
Every dictionary.
Because Agbo in Gami is big. Ram. Agbo Chu. Oh, okay. Yeah. Abua Ram.
A ram with wisdom.
So wisdom ram. Ram with wisdom.
They heard it, they take knock. Don't mind me. It's okay.
But anyway, I'll try and decode it before.
You'll be fine.
Before the show ends. Anyway.
What's on your mind?
Yesterday was Press Freedom Day.
No.
And I realized that
we don't have press freedom in this country.
Let me just land, please.
Thank you.
Yes, and I realized that you actually had a whole banter with Kabila on the show yesterday. What's his proper name again? The Kabila he's taking
Bonfe.
Exactly. So that's his name. Yeah. You actually had a banter with him when you were going on and on about the person who I'm putting that in quotes, threatened you.
Not just, he couldn't have threatened me.
Okay, so
He
what was
abused
it?
me.
He abused you,
Yes.
okay.
And he can't beat me.
And
my
Kabila was
God.
pressing you to mention his name and all that. And then I was monitoring the news as well because, of course, the whole day was centering around journals and people in the media and all that. And some of them actually saying that they've gone a step further to even get bodyguards for themselves because they don't feel secure.
Yeah.
And we're watching the news yesterday. So whilst we were listening, my cousin was just like, but this thing is true. Don't you get afraid to say some things on TV? And I said, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And then he says, that's exactly what they're talking about.
You know,
sometimes you think the picture is so big that you're not in it, but it actually affects all of us.
I don't know why elements in government are trying to downplay the press freedom index.
Yeah.
We dropped from 30 to 60. That's bad enough. There's no debate about it. So
Well,
all this trying to downplay it, making it look as if somebody is creating a setting
Picture.
imagination.
Yeah.
It's not good.
The government of Ghana has responded.
The truth of the matter is that forget about the government of Ghana.
I just want to
I am
to
saying
make
that
your case.
I'm saying that our reality, when you say things here, people call you cookie. Be careful, me, every day.
We
So
get that every
so why
day.
is the government of Ghana trying to make it look as if it doesn't exist? It does exist, and it may not be a government-sanctioned activity, but people who want to attract the attention of whoever would do whatever it is to make it look like they are trying to save a certain situation. That's the point.
Well,
That's the whole point.
I
Look,
don't know, but
I tell you what. There are times when people send a text message to you or people WhatsApp you and they are literally threatening you. And me, I'll call you back. I'll tell you my peace of mind. Me, you cannot intimidate me. Anybody. And I've told two people in government, I told them there is no police cell in this country that is more dangerous than any guard room in this country. I've been in the guard room too many times.
You understand what it means.
So I will not be scared of a
For
police
me,
station.
I'm just going to pick on something that Kabila kept hitting on yesterday.
Right.
So you were mentioning the names of some journalists who had been attacked,
and
from Bobie and San to Ahmed Swale, and he said just one,
Latif.
just two, just three, only four. 4 out of how many? And for me, it was when he mentioned Ahmed Swale, and I said that this man lost his life.
Yeah.
Till date, we've not been able to
Yeah.
find his killers.
Yeah.
And so even if you say it's just one person, that
But one is
person's
even too
life has
many.
affected everyone
One
else
is
around
even
him.
too
His
many.
entire family that was probably relying on him,
Yeah.
maybe financially, emotionally.
Breadwinner.
They cannot do that anymore.
say,
They don't have
one
that.
is
And
even
so
too
even if it's
many.
just one person that
Do
has
you
been
know-
killed or has been attacked, that is bad
Bella,
enough.
do you know
and so
that
you
the-
cannot tell us that just because it's one person out of many, we cannot
Bella,
generalize.
do you know that the
What
guys
happens to
the
rest
guys
of
are
us who are
more
living
than
in
Ghana,
fear?
Ajafor and
I remember
Netrek.
that morning
They were
or so when
picked
they were
up
picked
and
up.
taken
Exactly.
to wherever it is. They were
Exactly.
tortured up until now.
Exactly.
And this happened when
And we see that we don't get answers for years, for months on end. We don't get answers.
only excuses that we get.
I was listening to the director of communications for the
Well,
NPP,
well, see,
Samoa, yesterday.
Connect FM.
Yes.
The,
Yeah,
Exactly
how he was
the
Perfect
one that was
brutalized.
beating and brutalized. Yes,
If
but
what is in my head now, if I say it now,
they'll come for you.
oh,
But
let me leave it.
It's not
Samoa
fair.
says that media or journalism has been the freest under the NPP
It's a lie.
Has it?
administration. That's
Why
what he
be-
was
why
saying.
be- why be it's a
That's
lie?
what he was saying
Why be it's a lie?
yesterday.
Has it?
Why be it's a lie?
Well, extensively, government has also responded through the Ministry of Information. It's a long press release. We'll just splash it on the
yes.
screen. Probably not go through all of
let's
it. But
go through
Oliver,
it.
we should go through it,
Let's
right?
hear
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So it's right
and let's
there.
respond to it
It's
appropriately.
okay, so let me just take a read through it immediately. Let's see what the government of Ghana is saying through the Ministry of Information. So this came through yesterday sometime in the afternoon. It was
Right.
signed by Kojo Oponkroma. If you go down there, you'll see
Oh, it's
it.
actually 2 pages.
Yes, so that's the
It
signature.
was more than 2. It's like 4.
It's like 4, yes. It's 3 pages. Okay, so
That's too much explanation. Kasadudu on
It's
top
4
of
pages.
it's 4 pages, right? Okay, so I'll just quickly go through it. It says statement on RFS press Freedom Index, and it says that background, the government of Ghana takes note of the 2022 World Press Freedom Ranking by Reporters Without Borders. That's the name of the firm that brought out the report. Now, it is our understanding that the 2022 report was developed with a new methodology. That's the explanation the Ministry of Information is giving us. Now, it says that it took into consideration legal framework and justice system, technological censorship and surveillance, disinformation and propaganda, arbitrary detentions and proceedings, independence and pluralism. Yes, you guys understand. Thank you.
Hey, what did you say?
Pluralism. Hansi, please.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I like how you have ushered us into the day.
Exactly. So let's go on. And then models and good practices, media sustainability, and violence against journalists. So this is what the Ministry of Information is saying that they know was used, the methodology that was used.
I think that's what the team also put out. That these
put
were some
out there.
of the
So
areas
they are
that
also
looked
dwelling.
at.
Yeah. So they are also dwelling on it. And now it says the reports were also impacted by the unregulated online media spaces that served as conduits for spreading fake news and disinformation, a situation that was exacerbated by social media endorsements.
Can you pause there?
Yes, please.
You know there's a law on fake news.
Okay.
And you could actually go to jail for it.
Exactly.
Yes.
When the government that has the power, okay, or the state that can prosecute crime is now explaining crime to us and not enforcing the law, I feel disappointed. Kojo is a lawyer. President is a lawyer. Attorney General is a lawyer.
So they should know better.
Go and prosecute crime. If somebody spreads fake news, don't write a long missive and come and give it to us.
Should I go on?
Yes, continue.
All right. The report further indicates that the advent of opinion media and propaganda, coupled with ownership of traditional media houses by politicians, which was 30%, partly accounted for this new ranking.
Politicians.
Still on methodology, and now with some caution, it says that it is instructive to note that the new methodology deployed by Reporters Without Borders for the 2022 ranking relied primarily on 5 parameters, and these are media landscape, political context, legal framework, economic context, and safety of journalists. On the matter of comparing the 2022 rankings to the 2021 rankings, the authors caution that care should be taken when comparing the 2022 rankings and scores with those from 2021 in light of this new methodology. Some analysts and senior researchers have suggested that the 2022 report on press freedom should rather serve as a baseline for assessing media freedom in subsequent years, given the change in methodology. On scores and ranking, it says, according to the 5 parameters assessed under the new methodology, Ghana scored appreciably high in the following: legal framework 81.42% and social cultural context 79.64%. Ghana also recorded above average and moderately high scores for political context 66.61% and safety of journalists 62.25%. The only parameter in which Ghana performed below average was economic context 47.22%, and this refers to the economic conditions of journalists on one hand and financial sustainability of media houses. Ghana's scores under these parameters culminated in an average score of 67.43 and 60th in 60th position on the new global ranking. Now, this is the analysis that they have put out. It's important to emphasize that the change in methodology significantly accounted for the drop in ranking for a number of countries, including the Netherlands, that dropped from 5th in 2021 to 28th this year in global ranking. Due to this development, 4 of the countries, Netherlands, Jamaica, Switzerland, and New Zealand, that ranked top 10 in 2021, significantly dropped in ranking, slumping out of the top 10 in the year under review. So they're trying to say that it's not only Ghana, but all these 4 countries that I mentioned: Netherlands, Jamaica, Switzerland, and New Zealand. Guys, please take note of that one. Now, it also says that it is worthy of note that Ghana's dip in ranking was largely influenced by 2 of the new parameters: the economic context and safety of journalists, where the country scored. Yes, I shouldn't go on.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Do you know what I think right now?
What do you think, Johnny?
I think that this is dishonest because we're trying to justify so hard why we have dropped 30 lines down.
Okay.
There was a 30% of political, whatever it is, that the statement did not talk about.
Okay.
30%. There's also no question about this statement regarding the abuses that have been visited on journalists. So this statement essentially is trying to tell you, yes, we know the methodology, but we literally disagree with it and we're trying to explain it away.
Okay.
When a statement like this comes from our colleague, Ms. Opon Kroma, who is also a lawyer, I feel disappointed because I have practiced as a journalist under President Kufuor, under President Mills, President Mahama, and President Akufo-Addo. And I say at this time, the reality of the Press Freedom Index that was published, which we have dropped 30 points down.
Yeah.
And this is, we have dropped so low, it should not be downplayed. Nobody should downplay it. Nobody at all. The students at GIJ, AUCC, wherever it is, who want to practice journalism, they will be scared.
They would be.
They will be scared. We should not downplay this. And anybody who tries to explain our woes will not be our friend.
So if this statement is comparing the likes of Netherlands and Switzerland and
Jamaica
saying that
and
they
all that.
also dropped
They were in
because
top
of
10.
the economic, study or whatever, the downturn of the economy and all of that, I just decided to Google press freedom in the Netherlands,
Right.
just to understand why they also dropped.
Okay.
And it might interest you to know that even just last summer or so, there was a journalist that was gunned down. And this journalist, by the way, let me get his name right. The reason he was gunned down, he's called De Vries. He was gunned down because he's had a long, successful career and involvement in a number of high-profile criminal cases in the Netherlands. For some reason, he was gunned down. He did not survive. And that is one of the major reasons
Why Netherlands has
they dropped.
Yeah.
And so you cannot say that
So
it's just because of the
very similar,
economy.
exactly.
And we have
clearly
Ahmed
states
Swale.
here.
We have Ahmed
It clearly
Swale.
states here that
Yeah.
there's been an attack, an increase in attack on journalists, even in Netherlands.
And I'm sure
in
if we
Switzerland,
Google
it
for
says the
Switzerland
same
and
thing. I
Jamaica,
just
yes,
did.
we'll
See,
get the
It
same
says
thing.
the same
See,
thing.
do you know?
So
do
you
know,
cannot tell us that it's because of probably just those two
Economic factors
and that is
and
why.
then-
What is happening in those countries
And that's
that
the
has
dishonesty
led
I'm talking
to
about.
them also, dropping on the index?
See,
that is what we
in
should
a
be looking
particular
at.
case, there's a sitting member of parliament who is presently the head of our security committee in parliament. He was earlier the local government head in parliament who sat on national TV, put out a journalist's photo and said, go and beat him. The man died shortly after that. IGP Opon Bueno has come and gone. IGP Apitu has come and gone. IGP Dampare is there. Madam Tiwa Dodankwa is there. All of them, everybody has kept quiet. And you tell me that we have not dropped. What are you talking to me about?
Let me read something from Switzerland as well. So this one says that UN rapporteur calls out Switzerland for criminalization of journalism. So it says that in an interview on Monday, Irene Khan, and let me start from the top. So the UN rapporteur for protection of freedom of expression has criticized Switzerland's banking secrecy laws that result in self-censorship by journalists. This comes as Switzerland drops 4 places in the annual ranking. Now it says that in an interview, Irene Khan sent a 6-page letter to Foreign Minister on March 3 expressing concern about the impact of banking laws on freedom of the press. And this was sent in response to a global investigation by more than 40 news outlets, which uncovered dozens of accounts at Credit Suisse, allegedly held by corrupt officials, criminals, and human rights abusers. Swiss media didn't participate in the Swiss security investigation out of fear of criminal sanctions. So journalists published leaked data of bank clients could face up to 5 years in prison under Swiss bank law. So this is also another reason in Switzerland, which is why they have also dropped in their ranking.
And that does not relate to
so
us in
it's
any
just
way.
a matter of going online and reading. You cannot release a statement and tell us that it's because of A and B, which is why. And so we should also compare ourselves to them.
You know what it looks like?
What is happening in those areas?
It looks like this whole, we are in a bad situation because of COVID and Russia, Ukraine. That's the thing we have been fed with. See, part of the report says safety, the part under safety. It says journalist safety has deteriorated sharply in recent years. In 2020, reporters covering the effectiveness of anti-COVID-19 measures were attacked by security forces. And political leaders are again making death threats against investigative journalists. Nearly all cases of law enforcement officers attacking journalists are not pursued. And that is our reality.
Exactly. And I'll read the last one on Jamaica as well. And it says that Jamaican officials due criticism at the start of the new COVID-19 pandemic, when government restrictions were seen as hampering the work of journalists at a time when there was a strong need for reliable information. The Press Association of Jamaica, along with editors and executives from the country's major media outlets, called for the Prime Minister to rescind public lockdown orders that prevented TV and radio presenters, reporters, camera operators and technicians and other media professionals from moving around freely. So it means that all these also in Jamaica are the reasons they have also dropped. How come that it's COVID-19? There's a lockdown, but then people in the media were also locked down. So they couldn't even go around to bring a reportage on exactly what was happening in the country.
Can I say something on my heart?
Journalists are prevented from doing their work everywhere in the world, and you are saying that what?
Do you know that if we had shown strongly on the press ranking,
they would attribute it to their good governance?
Thank you very much.
They would.
And that is the level of hypocrisy and dishonesty I'm talking about. I'm saying that as a journalist, me. I've said it, and I'll say it again. I won't mention anybody's name because there's not just one person who has done that. Somebody came to our gate to come and threaten me. And I told him, park the car and let's talk. We would have talked properly. We would have spoken properly. And that is the height of it. So it has left social media, the insults and abusing attack on social media. Now it's coming physical.
Yeah.
And that is the level of, when you speak to journalists at seminars in the schools, they feel threatened. Yeah, exactly. They ask you questions. They ask us, they say, how do you people do it? Because even as interns, when we go out, we are scared.
We're scared. And you see, these people find clandestine ways to try and control what you see on TV. So it may not come as a threat, but in a way they're trying to tell you that I didn't exactly approve of what you said on TV. And so maybe you can look at it
how
this
many
way.
times,
and then you know right
for
at
you
this
and I,
point that you're trying to guard me.
Especially for you and I, how many times haven't we finished the show and people are texting and saying, and you and Bella says so and so, and you shouldn't have said that, and next time don't do it. We get that all the time.
I have regular people, I have ministers of state who come and say, John, you can't say that. I say, I can't say what? I said it in the past. Why can I not say it now? And you are not telling me that I am speaking not with facts.
With facts, exactly.
You are not contending what I have said.
Everything we've said this morning has been
researched. You are just telling me that I cannot say that. And I said, why can I not say that? And I've said before, when we started 3FM 92.7, from Mustafa Hamid to Ibrahim Ejay to Adam Sabo to name them, John Boydu, name them. They were all coming on the show. We had a 1 hour full show. So what has changed today?
Quick one, by the way.
Then a Mary deal had just come. So what has changed today?